Hey, today I'm going to talk to you about how to mix watercolor paint using a hard watercolor palette with hard paint and water control and more. Okay, so this is my setup generally for when I'm painting. So I've got my watercolor palette, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Just a bowl of nice clean water. This is just some scrap paper of some like previous doodles that I'll use as kind of like a scratch pad. Obviously a pad of paper. This paper is attached on both sides, so there's no buckling, and this paper towel. So I'm gonna get into a little bit of how I mix watercolor. So first I go to my palette. Of course this is all dried. That's totally fine because with watercolor all you need is just a little hit of water to wake it up. So we're gonna wet the brush and wake up this watercolor. This is pre-mixed colors, so I think I'd added, some yellow to maybe make it lighter, or some brown or some black from here, and I just kind of mix it in this little palette here. So that's how we wake it up. It's really important with watercolor to kind of get a feel for how much water you need. That takes a lot of practice, but there's a couple things that we can do to make sure that we nail it. So first, we load our brush with paint and then go to town. And if you don't love the way it looks, depends on your style. So this one's pretty wet, which is totally fine. But if you're painting something and you don't want it to be kind of as gloppy, I use this paper towel, which is really key. And then you have a little bit more water control to make sure it goes on really smoothly. So yeah, that's how I mix watercolor.